Greetings, friends, and welcome to another edition of Mark's Vinyl Collection. Once again, we are going to be doing a recent vinyl finds for the end of April. You know, I've been getting some decent stuff. Some things are filling in gaps in my collection. Others are just things that I just saw and wanted to get. And in this edition, I finally received a record I've been waiting for a long time. And another record that's here is a grail of sorts for myself. It may not be a grail for vinyl collectors in general, but for me and for my collection, it's definitely a grail. So let's start with some Kiss stuff that I got in recently. This is a copy of Kiss Killers. This is a West German pressing of Kiss Killers. It's a greatest hits record. This came out in the 80s, right before they did Creatures of the Night. The record company was very annoyed with them with how crappy The Elder sold, and wanted them to come back with some really hard-hitting songs, which are I'm a Legend Tonight, Down on Your Knees, Nowhere to Run, which is a great song, by the way, and Partners in Crime. And they were put in with the other greatest hits like Cold Gin, Love Gun, Shout It Out Loud. Kiss Killers, this is a Dutch pressing. Oh, sorry, this is a West... sorry, this is a West German pressing. You can tell by the censored S's. Let me just show you the vinyl because it has the Casablanca label, but not the usual sort that you see. This is a beige. It may look white, but it's, believe me, it's a yellowish one. And that's not usually common for Kiss releases. Now, speaking of The Elder, we have a pressing of The Elder here. This is a very special pressing of it. I thank my good buddy Julian Gill for this one. This is, as you can see, a non-gatefold version of it. And this comes from Portugal. And if you notice, it has the original track listing on here, where it starts with Fanfare, not The Oath, which it does on the North American ones and the other ones. Well, most of the other ones start that way. Rumor has it also has a different mix than the ones that are out on the US pressings and the other ones. So I still haven't listened to this one, but I'm curious to hear that. There's the vinyl. The problem with that record is they were trying to be something they weren't. They were trying to be a respected band within the music writer community, and they just didn't buy it, and Kiss fans just hated it, so it didn't do good. Well, it didn't do good at all. Next up is Kiss Smashes, Thrashes, Hits. Yes, I've got quite a few Kiss records this month. I haven't bought Kiss records for a long while, so this is kind of overdue, really. This is a Dutch pressing. I was getting boggled up earlier with that. This also has the censored Kiss logo on it, but if you take a look, I don't want to open this one and take it out because, well, you know what? I will. There is the front. Here is the back. Now, if you take a notice on this, it has a different track listing. It has Crazy Crazy Nights second on here, which is not on the US version of it. This came out on the Vertigo logo, Vertigo record company. But it's not the Vertigo Swirl. This is the Vertigo UFO spaceship label. The thing I don't like about this album, to be totally honest with you, is that they so as you probably noticed, I got cut off. My stupid computer decided that I was low on space, apparently, which is sort of shocking to hear. Now let me get back to my thought before I got so rudely cut off. And it's been a couple of days, as you can tell. I changed shirts and everything. So but as I was saying, the thing I don't like about Smashes, Thrashes, and Hits is that they remixed a lot of the classic songs. And the songs that I grew up with, loving and enjoying as a younger teenager, sounded really different. They were mixed for what they thought was radio at the time. And they haven't stood up well, in my opinion. I think they sound terrible, some of these remixes. So it's cool to have it as a collector piece and as part of the collection. But I wouldn't recommend it at all as the greatest hits if you're looking for music to listen to. So let's move forward. I got quite a bit of my Marillion 12-inch singles for my collection. They've come in. I'm so happy that I got them. Let's start with this one. This is Punch and Judy, 12-inch UK version. Those are the ones I'm always looking for, the UK ones. You can always tell a UK one because it opens from the top. This is on the cream colored labels. Market Square Heroes 3 votes down from the candy, which is the B side. This is the A side. Punch and Judy. This is the one of the singles that came off of the album, the second album. Now, of course, the name is, you know, escaping me at the moment. This is gonna really bug me, but you know what? I'll put the name of the title of the album up here. Yeah, so that's the name of the album. Anyways, the next 12-inch is Kayla or Kale or however they pronounce it. This is a pretty big single. This came off of the album Misplaced Childhood. See, I remember that album title. This has K alternate mix and the extended version of Lady Nina on side 2. Let me just take a look here for a second. Manufactured in the UK. Yeah. There you go. Let's see if I can. There we go. And on the other side, there's Lady Nina. Yeah. Next up is, and this is just recently, I got this like a few days ago. It's the 12-inch single of Lavender. Great cover again. Always love these covers for these 12-inch singles. The back one is a little bit more disturbing looking for some reason. And this has, excuse me, this has Lavender Blue on side A, and on side B you have Freaks. And then Lavender, I'm guessing it's another version of it. There we go. Freaks and Lavender. So, yeah, I wasn't very happy with that, but luckily it survived. It doesn't look very scratched up at all, luckily. So I'll get it. I have tons of inner sleeves. I'll just put a new one in there for it, and that's that. And the last one I got, and this one I'm very happy about. It's I guess in the context of the singles, this is a bit newer, and I believe it's one of the first. Yeah, it's the first single that they did when Stephen Hogarth joined the band as singer, and this is "Hooks in You." Kind of cool cover on the front. Hooks in You with the other version of Hooks in You, and then After Me on the B side as well. This is off the album Season's End, I believe. This one came with a nice anti-static sleeve, yay yay. This is the Hooks in You meaty mix, which it actually is. It's really dense and very cool sounding, that mix. And this is the Hooks in You 7-inch version with the song After Me on there. So there's my Marillion finds for this month. These next 1, 2, 3, the next 4 records are pretty big gets for me. Let's just put it that way. This is Kiss Killers. Yes, I think I showed you an earlier one of this, but that was a different pressing. This is the brand spanking new 2021 reissue of Kiss Killers, as you can see with the hype label there. The hottest half-speed master in the world. Japanese remaster, 45 RPM, strictly limited. Mine is 2701. It's a gatefold. The original never was a gatefold. And this track listing combines both the Australian extra track that was on it and the Japanese one. And I believe there was another one. I think it was, I don't remember what the other pressing is that we're talking about, but the other ones didn't have, for example, Escape from the Island on it, which is on here. One of the other versions didn't have Shandy on it, which is on here. So that's the difference. This came with, it's technically considered a Japanese pressing version, because when the Japanese one came out, they came with this booklet, like this. It's a really cool color booklet inside, and has, you know, the band members inside there. Right, and so what they're trying to do essentially is recreate the Japanese pressing of this album. And it also came with, I'll just get this here really quickly, is the sticker that I came with as well. Notice though it has the German font used, the censored logo version of it. So this is on pink vinyl. It's very thick, these records, 180 gram for sure, maybe even more. Pink vinyl, custom label, and they recreated the Casablanca ones as well, but they're different. They're black on white. Very cool. I listened to it the other day. They sound fantastic. They did a good job. There's the second album that has a silver and black, and the custom label is the same as the other one, which is that right there. So I waited a long time. This came from Germany, from Universal Music Deutschland. So it was a bit of a wait to get it, but I think in the end it was worth the wait. Okay, so another one that's very important that came for me, my friend Havard has a band called Moonscape. They released their second full-length album. It's called Entity Chapter 2, Echoes from a Cognitive Dystopia. Yeah, I know us metal people like our elaborate titles, but this is a fantastic album. Beautiful, beautiful, sort of smooth, shiny. I forget what you call that. Laminated cover. There you go. And as you can see, it's signed in the back, and I got a pretty low number, number 22 of 100. So that's fantastic. It's a good gatefold, beautiful gatefold. It has a, I believe there's an inner sleeve thing here with it as well. I'm sorry, I mean an insert. Yeah, it's an insert, booklet, lyrics and credits and stuff like that. The album, I played on it. I did a guitar solo on this album, so I'm very happy to have it as well as a, memorandum of my work as well. The vinyl looks excellent. Turned out really nice. I'm very happy for Havard. He's a great guy. This is sold out now on vinyl. I think he might be even sold out on CDs as well. Now, these last two are definite grails for me. Big time grails for me. This one came actually today, so it's good that I kind of waited to do the second part of this video, because this came today. What is it? Before I show it to you, this album, the original OG, which is only like one version of it, a European pressing, is going for $279, the cheapest. Actually, today I saw it on there and it was up to $600 already, and even higher. There was one going on for $1,100, and I don't understand why they're doing it, because this just got reissued now. There's no way anybody with half a brain is going to pay $1,100 for an OG when you can get this beautiful version of this record, and that's Voivod's The Outer Limits. Now, keep one thing in mind. This is beautiful, beautiful pressing of it done by Real Gone Music, I believe it's called. Let me see, it's at the bottom, I think. Yeah, Real Gone Music. It's pretty accurate to the original OG pressing of it. Now, there's only 1,500 copies of this album made. I saw today that a couple of people said that they just ordered a copy as well. I would hurry up. 1,500 copies is not a lot of albums for a band like this, and it could be gone again, and then you're going to be stuck with paying hundreds again, because this one already on there is up to $80 or something like that already, and it's still available. So printed inner sleeve. So if you like Voivod and you don't want to pay the huge bucks for the OG, get this one. This kind of blue swirl, there's a little bit of black swirl in there. Great label for this. The version that came out in Europe in '93 had a different sort of inner label, center label. But this is just great. I'm so happy I got this. This is the era of Voivod that I really enjoyed and listened the hell out of. This is much more progressive. Some long songs. Jack Luminous is like 17 minutes long. Great stuff. Very much more progressive. It's not as thrashy and as the other records that they did. And the last one that I have to show you guys is indeed a really big grail for me. This is a sampler album by one of my favorite bands, Yes. This is the Yes solo sampler LP. Now this doesn't look like, it's nothing to look at. I'll give you that right now. It's just completely blank. There's nothing even on the spine, I don't think. No. And this was made for radio, like strictly exclusively for radio. Now, what is it? It is a record that has 2 songs from each of the solo records that the band members put out between 75 and 76. So there's 5 members of Yes, 2 songs from each. So there's 10 songs on this. It is a white label promo copy. I think that's the only way this came out, was a white label promo on Atlantic Records. I will show you it in a minute here. Let me just get it up here properly. This is the album. That's better. That's side 1. Here's side 2. I listened to this the minute I got it in the mail. Sounds very, very good. Fantastic pressing of this. Songs sound great on here. That's back in the day, these sort of white label promo pressings, you know, people used to roll around and say, oh, why do you need those? So the first 50 copies of this that come out are going to be the most pristine pressed of them. And those are the ones you want to send to radio because they're the ones who are going to promote your music and you want it to sound fantastic. So that's why these are usually sought after, these sort of white label promos. Now this has John Anderson's Flight of the Moorglade, Chris Squire's Hold Out Your Hand. It also has Steve Howe's Break Away From It All, Patrick Moraz's Best Years of Our Lives, and Alan White's Spring Song of Innocence on side A. On side B, when you flip it over, you get Alan White's song Ooh Baby, Going to Pieces, Patrick Moraz's Dancing Now, Steve Howe's Lost Symphony, Chris Squire's Lucky 7, which is really edited. It's like the single version. It's like 2 minutes, 40 seconds. That song on album is like 11 minutes long. So it's a major, major edit. And John Anderson is the last song on side 2, which is Meeting Garden of Gita, Sound Out the Galleon. It's like a song that runs into each other. It's 3 minutes long. So this was something I was looking for a very long time. Now, it wasn't overly expensive, I'll be honest. It wasn't like, you know, hundreds of dollars. It was maybe about $50 with shipping. And don't forget, shipping to Canada is a pain in the ass. It's a lot of money. It's like sometimes like $18, $19 just to ship. So the album itself wasn't that expensive, but it's just hard to find them because there probably wasn't a whole ton of them made, because for radio they maybe made 100, maybe 200 copies of this. And that's it for this month's collection. I already have stuff coming in the mail for next month. And next month we will go through those once I get what I'm waiting for. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. And I'll be back again soon with some more vinyl albums in the future. So take care. I'll talk to you all very soon.